QYLD has no upside potential. But what if I told you that under these markets, that is a lie? QYLD has quite a bit of upside potential. And under this video, I'm going to tell you some reasons why you might want to invest in QYLD at these prices. Let's get right into it. Hey guys, how's it going? It is the Investing Guy. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. If you don't mind smashing that like down below, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't yet subscribed, do go ahead and hit that subscribe. I talk about my crypto investments, stock investments, and all that in this channel. So if you're interested in that, smash that subscribe button down below. All right, so first off, what is QYLD? Well, QYLD is a covered call ETF. The covered call strategy is a very interesting way to generate some income where you're selling the rights of the stocks that you hold first to someone if it hits a certain strike price. For example, let's say that I hold 100 stocks of Apple and I sell a covered call at $155. It's currently at $150. If it reaches $155 or higher, well, I have to sell my 100 shares of Apple at $155. Now, the good thing about this is that you do get an income from that. And a lot of the times that income there is quite nice, which is how QYLD can generate that amount of money to pay its investors. Now, with that being said, QYLD performs worse under a bear market, which is where we are as of now. We are currently in a downtrending bear market. QYLD has gone from about $23 all the way down to the low $19 as of now. So QYLD does worse in a bear market. We know that. And we can see from its previous price that it's not doing so well. The covered call strategy in a bear market is no good because, well, the shares that you hold are going down in value and the premium that you are generating will not cover the amount that your shares are going down in. Under a bear market, QYLD is going to perform the way that it's performing now. But the one advantage that QYLD will have on other ETFs is that QYLD performs best during a flat market or a market that goes up and down just a little. Not only that, but QYLD will also perform really good in a slight uptrending market. For QYLD to do its best, it either has to be in a flat market or in a slight uptrend market. You don't really want a full-on blast taking off market because that's not the best, since QYLD will then have to sell its shares. QYLD doesn't sell its shares, but it is going to have to pay its premium to the investors, right? So that's going to be another negative. For QYLD to work best, we want either flat market or we want a slight uptrend. We don't want a crazy uptrend because that's not the best for QYLD. So keep that in mind because I'm going to bring that up in just a bit. Okay, but before we get into that, let's get right into the technicals because the technicals are looking amazing. So let's check out the technicals for QYLD. One thing that I do want you guys to see is we can look at these down here. We can look at the RSI and we can also look at the MACD. The MACD will tell us some things here. So let's go ahead and start off with the MACD. We're going to look at the MACD here. Now, I'm not really going to look at this drop here for COVID because this was quite a crazy drop. I don't think this is going to happen. I think this was once in a lifetime sort of situation here. So I'm not really going to look at the MACD there because the MACD there was very low at we see 0.59. So that's very, very low, right? Negative 0.59, sorry. So if we go over here, I think this drop here is a little bit more similar to the drop that we are facing right now. So let's go ahead and see what the MACD was looking like over here. So if we look over here, it looks like the lowest point for the MACD was around here, negative 0.30, negative 0.33, around there. Okay, so now let's check out over here. Now we're very near those numbers. We're at negative 0.23 there. Okay, lately we got down to negative 0.24 and that has been trending up ever since. So now we are trading at a negative 0.233. So that might signal maybe a bottom or something like that on the MACD, or sort of trending some sort of reversal here on the MACD. So we're reaching very similar numbers to this area over here. So that might be something very interesting to check out. Now let's check out over here the RSI. The RSI is also very, very interesting. So if we look at the RSI, we're going to look at the RSI at 2 points. We're going to look at the RSI here, which was 12.26. That was the lowest that it's been ever. and then the RSI over here, which was 13.77. Now, if we look over here, we are reaching those lowest areas ever. We're at 12.36, and over here we're at 12.26. So the RSI is definitely saying that, hey, it is time for QYLD to reverse. That's what the RSI says. When it's very low down here, it's pretty much saying that it's oversold and it's time for it to reverse. Okay, so the RSI is definitely in oversold territory for QYLD, so that might be a good sign here, okay? All right, so here's my thesis as to why I am purchasing QYLD. Again, this is not financial advice. This is literally what I am doing. But my thesis for why I am purchasing QYLD over other ETFs is very simple. I do believe that we're reaching a bottom with the sell-off and whatnot, given that we're going nearly 4 months into this sell-off, and I really do think that the bottom is very, very near, which means that buying QYLD at these prices is probably good, since it's probably going to start uptrending if I am correct. Can I be wrong? Sure. But I really do think that we're nearing a bottom. Hopefully I'm correct. Now that we're close to a bottom, or I believe that we're close to a bottom, in my thesis we're close to a bottom. Now that we are close to a bottom, do I think that the stock market is going to rally crazy up? No, I don't think that is going to happen. I don't think it's going to be like 2021 where we just took off. So that's going to be very, very important, because listen here. Other ETFs, think of Triple Q, took off crazy parabolic because, well, everything was going crazy along with it. But I don't think that's the way that the markets are going to react. I really do think that they're going to uptrend, but it's going to be a very slow uptrend. I do think it's going to take maybe 1 or 2 years for these stocks to reach the previous highs that they had reached. Now, there are many comparisons with QYLD and VU and Triple Q, comparing them in the past 5 years, 10 years, whatnot. But we do have to realize that there was a crazy parabolic market in the past 2-3 years, right? And that's where most of the growth came for these ETFs. Now, if we really look into which ones performed better before those parabolic years, we have to say that QYLD really did perform quite well. Now, I do think that QYLD will eventually go back up to $22, maybe $23, somewhere around there, or the high $22 around there, right? Which is going to give us a nice return, you know, around 15% return on our investment. Not only that, but we will also be receiving around 1% dividend per month, which is going to be quite nice for our investment. That's the main reason why I believe that QYLD is a good purchase at these current prices. First off, there is appreciation to be made. Again, QYLD will go up once the market settles, once we start going back up in a slight uptrend, or just reach a sideways market. If any of those are reached, QYLD will go back up in price. So now here's the big question. Do you believe once we reach a bottom, will stocks rally up crazy again like they did before in 2020 and 2021? And if you say that the answer is yes, then don't buy QYLD. Instead, purchase other ETFs such as Triple Q and VU. But if you believe that the markets will go up slowly, back up slowly, or they're going to reach some sort of sideways market for a year or 2 years, then you might want to consider investing into QYLD, since we know that QYLD does best in these type of markets. So that's the real question that I want you to ask yourself. Again, not financial advice. I'm giving you guys the information. You make your own choice. I believe that we are going to go into a slight uptrending market, which QYLD performs really well in. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you appreciate this content, go ahead and smash that like down below. And if you haven't yet subscribed, do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button. All right, guys, like I like to say, let's go to the moon together, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.